If you want to get some lucrative crypto airdrops in 2024, then you've come to the right place. And I'm going to give you a list of things to do today if you want to make sure that you qualify. So let's not waste any time and start with the LINEA airdrop. So LINEA is an Ethereum layer 2 that is going to drop a token at some point, and currently they have these LXP tokens, LINEA Experience Point tokens, which are a non-transferable ERC20 token that comes to your wallet if you complete tasks. So yesterday, they actually dropped a bunch of additional points, so I did receive some for the Particle Network Mint. So the Particle Campaign LXP has been dropped to wallets that completed the Proof of Humanity, and I showed you previously on this channel how to complete the Proof of Humanity and how to mint those inscriptions. So if you participated in the Particle Network inscription campaign, you should be able to check your wallet and see that you got the points. And Airdrop Official on Twitter actually posted a few interesting statistics on this. So the total supply of LINEA Experience points so far is 632 million. About 500,000 wallets actually hold LXP, and the top holder only has 2,892. So it's actually not a massive distribution. With this demo wallet here, I didn't even complete every single quest or task that I could have, and I still have 1,232 LXP. Now, a lot of people have been asking me in comments on YouTube or here on Twitter, is there still time to farm the LINEA airdrop? And my answer is yes, although you need to make sure that you're doing the right things. So on LINEA's official Twitter page, they often post opportunities to get additional experience points by doing specific tasks. So for example, a couple of weeks ago, they launched this new LXP campaign where you just have to play this game in order to qualify for some experience points. So if you follow the LINEA Twitter account, you'll be able to keep track of when they actually launch new opportunities to get those XP. But aside from that, I would honestly be surprised if the airdrop was just completely one-to-one correlated to the LXP drop. If that ends up being the only criteria for the airdrop, I think a lot of people would be disappointed. And I do think there's still an opportunity to farm the airdrop by doing all of the other basic tasks, like bridging to the network, doing some swaps, providing liquidity, and doing that sort of thing. But yes, the LXP are definitely worth trying to collect every time you have an opportunity, and you can actually see them coming into your wallet whenever the LINEA team actually drops them. You don't have to go and claim them manually. Now, the final thing I'll say about LINEA today is that they launched their new Alpha V2 on mainnet, which is supposed to decrease costs by 90%. Now, obviously this is great, and I'm a huge fan of decreasing the cost of transactions, but why could they not have done this before their milking campaign last year? Because that was so expensive. Up until this point, my experience with the LINEA Layer 2 network is that it's basically the most expensive, and in my opinion, one of the worst L2s to farm because everything is just so ridiculously costly. So a little bit frustrating, but obviously it's great to see moving forward, and hopefully the cost to do interactions on the LINEA network will stay super low now. Okay, let's move on now to the Jumper/LiFi airdrop. So I've talked about this a number of times on the channel. This is a great bridge or interoperability swaps protocol that you can use, and they're probably going to drop a token. But they had this incentive program on where if you routed through the across bridge, you would get rebates in OP token. Now, it turns out those weren't actually automatically credited or sent to your wallet. You have to go claim them from the across bridge, which is now live. So you can go to across.to/rewards. I'll throw a link to this down below as well. Change your network to the Optimism network, and then scroll down to the bottom to see how many OP tokens you will get as a rebate for bridging via Jumper. So I have 0.045 OP tokens to claim. But honestly, it's still good because it's basically giving you free bridge transactions on Jumper if you route through across. Okay, and it looks like you can actually only claim this on the 15th of each month, and since today is the 16th, I won't be able to claim my 0.45 OP tokens until next month. So a bit of a delay on that, but the tokens will be coming to you eventually, and as Jumper says, it ain't much, but it's honest work. Also, the campaign is still live. There's 700,000 OP tokens left, so you can still basically use Jumper and Across to bridge for free after you get the rebate, I guess, the next month. Okay, next up, I wanted to talk about Athena Labs, which is this super hyped up new project that's backed by Dragonfly, Arthur Hayes, also Binance Labs. So it's got a lot of big names behind it. And one of their main things is the idea of a stable coin that actually gives the holders native yield. And so they're launching this stablecoin USDE, and currently they have a campaign on right now where basically you can buy USDE, and if you're one of the early people to do this, you'll qualify for a shard airdrop from Athena. And the shards that you get for this are based on buying and holding their native yield stablecoin, staking the native yield stablecoin for SUSDE, and then also providing liquidity and locking up LP tokens. And that last one earns you the most shards at 20x per day. Now, in terms of what the actual yield is, currently it's super high at 17% and even higher if you stake up your stablecoins for additional yield. And the number of total users so far is still quite low. They're in Epoch 1 and there's less than 20,000 users of this platform. So it could be an opportunity. However, I definitely recommend doing additional research. Make sure that you understand the risks of this before making any deposits. Okay, next up, let's talk about PYTH stakers. We got another confirmed airdrop for people staking PYTH tokens from DGenBase. DGenBase is a perps and options trading platform, and they have confirmed that they're allocating 8% of their total supply to PYTH stakers. And in order to qualify, you need to be staking a minimum of 500 PYTH tokens. So they actually haven't released details yet about the snapshot date or when the token is going to be released. So I do believe there's still an opportunity to get in. I'm not sure if this airdrop itself is going to be super lucrative, but this is the second airdrop that we've got confirmed for PYTH stakers, and there's probably going to be a lot more coming out soon. And in terms of the cutoffs for staking PYTH tokens, so far the first one was 250, this one is 500. I think if you're staking 500 or above, you're probably safe, but if you're staking 1,000 PYTH tokens per wallet, then you're definitely going to be safe for pretty much every airdrop that gets announced, in my opinion anyways. So not financial advice, I'm not telling you to go and buy the PYTH token, especially since the price of this thing is up more than 100% since the low at 10 January. And I was lucky that I bought my stack of tokens somewhere in the 30 to 40 cent range. So the risk reward for buying and staking PYTH is a lot worse now than it was, say, a month ago. It could still be worth it, but I cannot tell you. I know people are going to ask me, oh, should I still buy this token and stake it? Honestly, that's going to be your judgment call. I cannot tell you what to do. Okay, next up, let's talk about Parcel. So I don't know if you've noticed, but on Parcel, if you're trying to farm that airdrop, they made an upgrade to the LP accounts. And don't worry, you're still getting points for the liquidity that you provided. But if you want to, you can now go on Parcel and then update your account in order to see the positions and then access all of the new features. It just takes one click and then you confirm a transaction in your wallet and you're good to go. So not actually mandatory right now in order to keep earning points, but you might as well go and upgrade because at some point they might somehow deprecate the old version. I don't know. Next up, let's talk about the BERA chain. So there's this new name service on the BERA chain, and if you're trying to farm that testnet airdrop, you can go and mint a domain. So I saw this literally less than an hour before it went live. I went to go and check my name, and of course somebody had already minted kryptocove.berachain. So instead of getting my own name, I had to mint jesus.berachain. And it's important to actually say that this is a testnet, and so owning these names is actually not worth anything. However, if you mint a name now, then you will ensure that your wallet gets a whitelist for when the naming service actually goes live on mainnet. This right now actually has no monetary value. However, by minting it, you're establishing another transaction for your testnet wallet, potentially get a better airdrop, and then also you make sure you get whitelist for when it goes live on mainnet. And then also, if you do these steps, there's a Galaxy campaign for BERA names, and with a couple of additional social tasks, you can actually get some points. So if you minted one of these names, then the next step is you might as well just go over to Galaxy and collect this as well. Okay, two final updates for you. Today, Zora announced that Uniswap is actually going to launch on the Zora L2. So previously I made a full tutorial talking about how to farm the Zora airdrop, and most of the activities to do were related to creating NFTs and buying NFTs. But now it looks like with the launch of Uniswap, you'll actually be able to trade and provide liquidity in more ways than you could before. So stay tuned for more updates on this, and if there's more tasks to do that could help us qualify for a Zora token launch, then I'll bring those updates as soon as we have more info. And then on that point, I have my own Zora NFT mint that's live right now. So if you're trying to farm the airdrop, you might as well mint one of these because it's a free mint, and then you help the channel and establish your wallet history on Zora. But I also said that the top minter of this NFT, when the mint finishes in less than 10 days now, is going to get 15% of the total profits or proceeds from this NFT sale. So currently there's 3,113 mints, and if I multiply that by the 0.00444 ETH that Zora sends me per mint, that is a total proceeds of 1.382. And then if I multiply that by 0.15, that's over 0.2 ETH that is going to the top minter of this. Currently, the top minter is Pega88 with 101, and the cost to mint one is 0.00777 ETH. So the cost to mint 101 of these is 0.078 ETH, and the top minter is going to get over, minimum at this point, over 0.2 ETH. So I just wanted to plug that there. Probably coming down to the wire, there's going to be someone that takes advantage of that arbitrage opportunity, but there's definitely money to be made for the top minter of this. And then the final update that I wanted to mention today is that the meme coin airdrop for people that completed the social farming tasks is coming up soon. But even if you completed the social tasks, you had to actually make sure that you are a human in order to claim your airdrop. So you can go to the meme farming page and check to see whether or not they've determined if you're a human or a bot. And if it says that you're a bot, but you are a human, then you actually still have a chance to appeal. However, the appeal period is ending in 24 hours. So this is more or less your last chance to secure your claim for the meme coin airdrop. So that's it for today's video. Thanks so much everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next.